This is the endorsement agreement between Ms. Kris Aquino and Happy Family.
Kanya simple lang. Clean and wholesome image. Thank you. Pass to the... Yes, normally to the right. To the right. May I have that?
Of course, the Healthy Family is very happy that Kris Aquino has joined us. And as Ms. Sharon earlier shared, it is because of the shared values between Healthy Family and, of course, the values that Ms. Kris Aquino also embodies.
What?
The values of the family.
What are my values? Like yours.
I told them you invented yourself.
Okay.
The platform on how to reach your fan base. Same as Happy Family.
Nice. Thank you.
Family.
Focus on the family.
Patanong ko ngayon kung ano yung values natin. Para I'll make sure. Yes. Para hindi afford. And you're not supposed to know how a signature that's like scribble. My mom said na kailangan niya to para pag may handwriting specialist, kaagad ma-distinguish na same talaga if anybody tries to be wrong. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Kris, would you like to offer some few words to our friends?
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. I'm just really happy because it's a perfect endorsement for me because everybody knows this. If you were watching my shows in the past, you know how much water I would drink. And yung talaga constant and non-stop. And every time I'm asked, how are you able to maintain your good skin? I said that apart from getting my 8 hours of sleep every night, I really drink a lot of water. As in, yung si 500 ml bottle na yan, normally, I consume at least 10 bottles a day. But kung working nga, umaabot ng 12 to 16. Because you have to keep your throat hydrated. Pero ito mali, kasi it's cold. I drink room temperature or warm water. But, thank you. Naaliw lang ako talaga because when I tried the water, and when it was brought, because they had given me about 10 days ago, just to be sure, I said, ay masarap kasi madulas. And then sorry kung maarte about everything. Maarte hanggang sa tubig. So, yung I was telling them na I'm pretty much a water connoisseur. Parang talaga, nagsusplurge ako sa tubig because I love water. But this was the one water talaga that comes in the it's a 5-gallon bottle, right? That I really like because I said that there's no residual aftertaste. That you really know that it is clean. And I was so worried when it was offered that it would be distilled. Kasi sinabihan ako ng doctor talaga na it's a misconception to be drinking distilled water because you took away all the minerals and the nutrients and the things that you need from that water. Yung akala, kasi parang naano tayo parang nauto yung before na parang na you think that is it okay that I'm saying this? Okay. No, because diba there was a time na akala natin parang like maybe it was like 10 or 15 years ago and I think that's because of all the trips Filipinos would take to Hong Kong. Because I'll name it yung Watsons nila, di ba, was distilled. And then akala ng lahat na yung bongga. But when I went to the States and I had my executive check-up, they really emphasized the need to drink water that was not distilled because pag naging distilled nga daw, you lose all the minerals and everything else there. So when I found out it was purified, thank you God. Ako sabi ko, I thank you. At least mapapanindigan ko talaga na ito yung iniinom ko.
We're very glad to hear that. We at Healthy Family is very glad to hear that. And for sure, as Miss Sharon also shared earlier, the process that the water undergoes, the purification process, it's untouched by human hands. So that's also a value that we are very proud of a Healthy Family.
Actually, what I liked most was that when I was reading up on it, because masipag naman ako magbasa talaga pag binigay sa akin yung the briefing materials na with 90,000 pesos you can have your own water refilling station. And I really think that it's important to instill entrepreneurship at a very affordable price. And based on the information that was given to me, you can actually recoup that kung masipag ka in about 4.5 months. So I think we should really encourage that with parang ako, regaluhan ko yung mga anak ko rather than bigyan ko sila na with that 90,000, di ba? I have no idea, I'm sorry, kung magkano yung bagong Xbox One and all those games that go with that, right? But I'll buy them na lang na water refilling station and and at least meron pang sustainable income, nakapagbigay ka pa ng trabaho. So and I don't know if if you saw my IG post because I said that this was another check in my bucket list. And the reason it was another check in my bucket list was because that I have deals with almost all the big billionaire families, but I had no Ayala deal. So nung nalaman ko that it is Manila Water and owned by Ayala, sabi ko, thank you God na kompleto na. Na parang sabi ko, lahat ng nandun sa Forbes list na yan, isa-isa ko silang na-check. Check. Thank you God. So, and I thank you for the confidence that you have in me in giving this to me because it's a launch. And it's parang sabi ko nga when it was being discussed with me, I said, I think they're the richest startup. Because diba, it is a startup, diba, if you think of it that way, but you are going into a multi-billion peso industry. Because I asked you that earlier during lunch. Sorry, can you share it again? How much is it pag ang bottled water consumption natin here in the Philippines, when you sum total it, both the 5-gallon ones and these bottles?
The overall water industry in the Philippines, it's a 125 billion industry.
Billion yun 125 billion pesos a year ang ginagastos natin mga Filipinos sa tubig. That if you think about it, 25 years ago, hindi naman tayo gumagastos for that. But as a mother, di ba, I was I remember that na a big expense when you, after breastfeeding, diba, dun sa formula, there was this certain brand that was recommended by the pediatrician. And because may added calcium siya and fluoride para strengthen yung teeth. So, as a mother ako, I spent extra for that. And that water was ×5 the cost of the other water. So, but then this one is really good, and you said it's safe even for babies. So, doon ako natuwa when I found out about that, because that's really being a responsible company, because you have to start now. If you want brand loyalty, start it young. And then, when I checked also, sabi ko, is my water coming from you in my house? Yes, thank God. Manila Water din pala yung tubig namin sa bahay. So at least yung nagpo-flow na tubig sa amin also comes from your parent company. So sabi ko, yay, walang conflict.
Thank you very much, Ms. Kris. Sir Dane, would you like to share a few words also, perhaps for Ms. Kris also?
What else I can say about the Kris?
You can have mine.
What else I can say about the Kris knows a lot about it. I'm amazed. We had lunch earlier, and I guess what I can say is we're so happy that Kris is endorsing our product, and I can see a lot of similarities between Kris and actually our product, because in the short span of conversation we have, she's a very, very loving mother. I think you mentioned about your boys about 50 times that you know.
Sorry.
She talks about her boys all the time, and cares for them, brings the best for them. And so I think the values that she cherishes and espouses are in line what we have as a healthy family. I'll let you in on a little secret of mine. We have been thinking about bottled water, Manila Water, for several years now. But I was the fiercest antagonist on bottled water before. Kasi sabi ko, why would I was member of the Manco in Manila Water, and then we would have arguments. And I would say, bakit ka nag-event ng bottled water? And yung tubig namin sa gripo is perfectly safe to drink. You can actually drink water in your relatives. It's not ice.
Okay.
No, but that was the argument. So we did a survey. Why is it that bottled water keeps on getting sold when you don't actually drink the water in your taps if it comes from Manila Water? We found out that 8 out of 10 people do not drink the water from the tap. And that's because of 2 reasons. One is, there is the aftertaste of chlorine. We are required by law to put chlorine in the water para protection kahit na may makapasok na contaminant or pang-konting protection. The second reason is because people are not sure about the pipes in their homes. Because if you live in a condo and there's a tank, baka hindi nalilinis yung tank, or you have a tank in your home, baka hindi nalilinis, so they're not sure. So to be sure, they want to go to pure water. They're sure about the water. So we thought, okay, if we do that, we want to do it in a way that will help people as well. And this Kris knows also, and she admires the business model that we have. What we did is, instead of building our own logistics facilities and delivering to supermarkets and restaurants, what we did is we engage communities so that we sell through partner distributors in the community. So yung may-ari-ari ng LPG dealership, may-ari ng sari-sari store, we provide a living to these people as well. So we have an ecosystem of people, we help the community. At the same time, we are selling top quality packaged water at par or even better than those name brands that you buy, but only at a fraction of a cost. Those big 5-gallon waters you buy in supermarkets will cost you, what, 150? 150 pesos. We are selling this one retail at 50 pesos for the same quality, if not better than. Now, you go to refilling stations, of course, you can buy a little bit cheaper, but they are not FDA and BOH certified. So for us, you can be sure that it's pure. At the same time, it is economical for ordinary households, and we help people in the community. I've in the short conversation we had with Kris kanina, she is so much about sustainable living, healthy living, and so we are very happy, and a water addict as well. So we're very happy that we found the perfect person to represent the product. So Kris, maraming salamat.
Thank you, Sir Dave. We will be open for questions from our friends from media.
Can we turn on my mic?
It's on.
It's on now. Walang light. Ay, okay.
No, all I wanted to say was that we consume so much water at home because there are actually, apart from the three of us living there are 14 other people living there with us. That's our and staff. So apart from that, almost every day, when you bring in my stylists, my glam team, the people from K-Cap and everything, parang umaabot ng 30 people ang pinapakain at pinaiinom ko araw-araw. So, yung the water delivery that we consume is at par, I think, actually, with what one of my nacho bimbis or potato corners would be consuming in our home. So sabi ko na, thank you, na nung nalaman ko what your cost was, natuwa talaga ako. And yun yung nung sinabi sa akin na they have this unique cap for this and also for the 5-gallon one that it's not reusable. I think you will be best to explain that na parang one-time use lang talaga. So at least sure ka na what you're getting and even that water that you're getting na dinedeliver sa inyo or pinasundo mo yung kasi sa dami nung sa amin kailangan pasundo eh. So what will happen there is that you know that it was not reused because the water can be at its cleanest, but if the bottle itself where it's being served or processed in is dirty, you defeat the whole purpose. So can you please explain that to them? Kasi I tried to absorb it as best I could, but I apologize. This is basics na straight na ganitong level ng salita ako. So medyo info overload na in my brain.
Okay, just to expound to what Ms. Kristen said, no? We do not, for the 5-gallon, we do not recycle the cap, which what usually the refilling stations are doing. So it's one-time use, meaning once na siya gamitin, even if it's returned, we don't use it. Ang sabi ko kanina kasi, ang sources ng contamination naman, hindi sa tubig but sa bote itself. So the handling of the bottle is very important. So imagine kung yung bote, dahil yung bote returnable, inuulit yung gamit. So imagine if your 5-gallon is being hand washed, hindi ka guaranteed na malinis yun. That's why for healthy family, to ensure the quality, no manual intervention, meaning no human contact. Lahat dumadaan sa planta. Fully automated. So, yun po yun.
So now they can ask.
Yes, we're opening the floor for a few questions. Anyone? Oh, parang
There.
Yes.
Okay. Larissa from the Metro Bus Vloggers.
I can't hear her.
Sorry. Larissa from the Metro Bus Vloggers. Regarding sa cost kasi, healthy family costs around 35 and you have branches
50.
50. So you have branches nationwide. Paano
No,
yun?
not yet. Metro Manila
Okay,
pa
Metro
lang daw
Manila.
sila.
So how can you maintain yung price? Saan po located ang tolling plant?
So we have 5.
Just to how can we maintain the cost and
Kasi with all the sorry with the overhead like yung transpo, yung manpower. Although I know ang cost kasi ng sorry, I came from a water refilling station company also. So alam ko kasi medyo yung cost nung yung lalagyanan and the cup and everything. So how did you manage to?
Okay, very good question actually. The big name brands would have probably just one plant. One plant somewhere in the city or outside the city. Water is very, very heavy. 1 cubic meter of water would weigh about 1 ton. It's a very heavy thing to do. Isang 5-gallon na pagbigat eh. So if you have only one plant, and you transport that across the city to your customer, that is going to cost a lot of money. in terms of transportation, lalo pa ngayon napaka-traffic sa Metro Manila.
At tumas
Gas.
ang presyo ng gasolina.
So, ang ginawa namin, we built, instead of one huge plant, we built 5 small plants. And then, that is located strategically all over the city. And then we built a network of partners around that plant. So we never travel more than, I will not say anymore how many kilometers. That's a secret.
Sorry, may I know where are the 5 plants?
One is in Santolan, Pasig.
Okay.
One is in Congressional.
Here in Quezon City. So it's in Pasig, Quezon City, and then...
There are 2 in Taguig.
And
there is
the
one
fifth?
more, Taytay Rizal.
Wow.
Yeah. So we plan to build more. But we are just trying to perfect muna yung process namin, make it more efficient, and then when we have made it very efficient, then we will expand some. We're being very careful about this to maintain the cost of the product. We want to keep it as affordable as it is today, but competing with the quality of the much higher multiple costs of other brands. Hope I answer your question.
More questions?
Hello po. Pang ilang endorsement mo na yung Healthy Family?
40 today. This is the 40th brand partner and endorsement. I said I did have a bucket list. Kasi parang sabi ko, paano ko kukunin ng Ayala? Lahat ng mga kalaban nila, nandun na ako. Kasi diba, I'm with PLDT and Smart, which is diba, the competitor of Globe. I'm with BDO, which is BPI's kalaban. And then, I'm with SM Malls and SM, which is Ayala Malls. Sabi ko, patay. Mukhang ito walang chance. So, when this came about, sabi ko, oh my gosh, na-complete natin talaga. Thank you. So parang, that was what convinced me, actually. Parang tumawad sila eh. Kasi startup sila eh. But the fact that I think my manager Nico must be dying right now na bakit niya inamin yun but kasi pumayag ako because there are certain products that you would want to be associated with because it further enhances you. So, and anyway, yung scope of work na binigay nila, hindi sila demanding. Ito lang, and one print shoot. So sabi ko, okay. Tapos I asked, in all those refilling stations, will my picture be there? And then they said, of course. Sabi ko, Nico, sign it. That was my, gusto ko lang. Sabi ko, ilan ang balak nilang buksan? How many are you planning to open?
At the moment, we have 330 partner distributors. Some of them are here, the top 5.
So you have 330 partner distributors, but?
700 by year.
So 700 by year. Ito sabi ko, 700. Tapos I asked, anong coverage ng Manila Water? So sinabi nila, east of EDSA. Is that correct?
Today is Eastern Manila and the province of Rizal. But Manila Water also runs water companies all over the country and in Asia as well.
Sabi ko, basta promise nila na yung picture ko nandun sa lahat ng yan. Okay na ako. So,
The partner distributors want your picture.
and because your logo had a heart. So, nung nakita ko yun, na sinabi ko, Nico, it's meant to be my heart. So sabi ko, and the fact na nandyan yung family. And sabi ko, those are the values that I'm really espousing. So sabi ko, sige na, okay na. And then sabi ko naman na may bibigay ba silang mga water refilling station sa akin? Sabi niya, bumili ka na lang, mura lang. Okay.
Thank you. Before we proceed to the next question, I would just like to remind everyone, meron po tayong mga hashtags na gusto sana natin gamitin for this event. It's hashtag all heart to offer. That's all heart yung 2, number 2, offer. And
Kasi H2O.
Yes.
Ilan times na inulit sa akin. Kaya na-memorize
all
ko.
H2O, all heart to offer. And hashtag Kris for healthy family. Yan po. Ito na po yung next question.
Hi, Kris. Yes, actually connected dun sa tanong niya, kasi there's a saying nga na life begins at 40, di ba? So, can you say the same dun sa number ng endorsement mo ngayon? Parang ano yung significance and description ng 40th endorsement and business partnership?
Actually, kasi all of this, apart from those that did renew me, because my longest lasting relationship has been with PNG na 13 years.
But I was telling, I text Nico this last night. I thanked him because we had just finished shooting some things that I did for PNG yesterday, and before that there was Ever Bilena the other day, and then this one today. And I said, I texted him to say thank you before I slept. I said, alam mo, this is the first time I'm actually feeling that this is really because of me. Na it's not because of any relative of mine in a position. It's not because of any network I'm affiliated with. Sabi ko, what makes everything so special now is I truly believe I worked for this. And it's really me that they are investing in. And it's something that proves durability and reliability and I guess loyalty. Because I don't think I would be able to get all these brand partnerships and the endorsements kung na-feel nila na binayaran lang natin siya, sumipot siya sa event, pero hindi niya talaga ininom or hindi niya talaga ginamit. So, I was telling him na our goal now is sustainability. And I said that you have just one more, well, two. There are just two more brands in my bucket list. And sabi ko, if you're able to sign that before my birthday, you get an added bonus.
So that will be 41 and 42.
Yes.
Which is coming, di ba?
Well, I hope so. Yung the last few talks na lang. At yun, hindi tumawad.
So how special is your birthday? Kasi syempre, with this blessing.
I posted it kanina lang na sabi ko na remember when you were just wishing for all of this. So sabi ko, what a difference a year makes. I needed to go through 2017. Well, from April of 2016 all the way to when Crazy Rich Asians shot. Parati ko nakakalimutan. Kailan ako nag-shoot? June? July?
June 23.
May sumagot din sa likod. June 23, okay. June 23 of 2017. So parang that was a process of 14 months na talagang tinraya ko ni God. Tinest yung faith ko. And then, it was after that that things started falling into place. So, this birthday, sabi ko nga parang nahihiya na akong humingi pa ng anything. And then, I actually texted a priest friend of mine and I said that the tithing from the down payment of this is going straight to you. Sabi ko, and thank you for praying for me continuously. And I hope na, because as you said, diba, I don't think it's correct to be earning the kind of money I'm earning and not spreading it and not sharing it. Because parang I don't think the blessings would continue if I was just being selfish about it. So, meron this, I like what they were saying about communities being helped by this because actually that I know you're not supposed to talk about charities because I'm sure mababash na naman ako na bakit na pinag-uusapan yung charities niya. Pero I like talking about it because I like telling people that you do have to share and that's why God blesses you and that you do have to highlight that na there is that part of you that believes in giving back to the community. So this particular endeavor that I'm supporting is actually spearheaded in an Ayala property, the Greenbelt Chapel, because they have Love a Parish and they help the poorer parishes all around and they're helping more than 200 of the poorer parishes. And so sinabi ko, my friend Father June, I told him na dahil Ayala nagbayad nito at dahil nasa
Ayala ang chapel mo, sa'yo ko ibabalik. At para makatulong ka doon sa project mo na, and I want, sabi ko, that's my birthday offering for them. Because that's what makes it special, I think. That because of this and because of everything good happening in my life, nadadagdagan. Parang dati the team was just 3 people. And now when I'm shooting, Jack would know kasi siya yung nag-order ng food. So, mga 17 na silang nanadon pag nag-shoot. Pag kinount mo lahat ng mga in-outsource natin na nag-iilaw, nagdi-DOP, nagdi-direct, production.
Hanggang 50 po.
Ano?
Maabot ng 50.
Sometimes you have to order food for 50 while I'm doing my vlogs and my shoots. So, parang sabi ko, it's really a circle of prosperity. And I really think that's how Filipinos should be thinking. Na, it should not just be all about yourself. It should really be because how will these endorsements continue if other people are not earning and other people are not being helped? I need them to also rise up from where they are right now in order for them to buy the products that I am endorsing. So, yun, I really believe in giving back.
Yes, last question. You're not only an endorser and ambassador sa mga brands mo, di ba? You're also business partners with several brands like, of course, you have several branches of Chowking and 10 Potato Corner and Bimbi Nacho Bimbi. Dito ba sa Healthy Family, will you be considering to have your water refilling stations?
Ang gusto nila kasi the ones working for me said na silang may gusto. At sinabi nila, I'm sure ipaprioritize sila pag ikaw nag-apply. Yung location. So, can you please do the application for us? My glam team already asked kung pwede magsusosyo daw sila. And then, my assistants asked also na, can they? And then I said, o sige, idaan natin. I'm sure. Tinignan ko siya talaga na, are you gonna prioritize our applications to be the ano? So, yun, kasi, totoo naman it's expensive to buy a franchise of Potato Corner and Nacho Bimbi. The capital outlay for that is a minimum of 2 million pesos. Pero this one is 90,000 pesos, so it's really doable. So, marami akong ilalapit sa'yo kasi nung nalaman nila kung ano yung 90,000, ang dami sa kanila nagsabi sa akin na, Madam, gusto namin. So sabi ko, okay. Especially nung nalaman na yung ROI is after 5 months. Bongga yun. And sabi ko, oo, kesa luho lang, kesa dun sa binabayad ko araw-araw sa inyo, pinambibili nyo, na-addict kayo sa kakabili ng shoes. O, bumili na lang kayo ng franchise, di ba? Is it called a franchise?
Yes, it's called a franchise. Actually, it's not called the refilling station. It's called the franchise and the distributorship package.
Franchise and distributorship.
Yes. Oo. Siguro last 2 questions. Miss Kris, last 2 questions.
Hello,
So she'll be so happy that I am here today. It's my first time to see you. Anyway, your skin is so beautiful. Sorry, may I ask how young is your daughter? 15. Super nakakatuwa yan. Kasi parang, yung it's going online really exposed me to a much younger audience. And she knows about you. I love her. Please tell her thank you. Hi, Julia. I love you already. Thank you. She wanna be rich. Sabi ko, huwag mong alala. Anyway, Kris, sobrang cute. Sobra. Parang, I haven't seen. You're more beautiful now, and with the water, hindi ako mainom ng tubig, and Julia as well. Only drink around 2 to 3 glasses a day. Everything is coffee na. Kaya yung mga skin, so kakayanin ko pa bang magbago with this water? Talaga kita na parang, oh my gosh.
Well, I'm sure you all know, di ba, my brother drinks 8 to 12 cans of Coke a day. But his water consumption has improved, at least, yung ano. And, hindi ko alam, kasi, nanggagaling sa mom talaga eh. Sorry kasi my sons really drink so much water. Actually, Bim said, Mama, tell them you don't drink water, you actually chug water. So sabi ko, okay. But the two really drink a lot because nakikita. Di ba there was a thing na may campaign before na yung gawain ng matanda. What was it? Something like that? Again, sorry. But you do remember that campaign, di ba? Na something about na yung if what a parent is doing and it's wrong, pero because nakikita ng bata, nagiging okay. Pero something like that. Na parang, but so sa amin kasi, because we had this discussion before. Na sabi niya, why do you really drink so much water? Because it's my 10-year-old who asked the 20 million questions. And I said, Bim, because the throat doctor said, it's so important to keep mama's throat hydrated because I talk for a living. Sabi ko, I have no other talent but talking. So sabi ko, patay tayo if I lose my voice. And so sabi, please tell your daughter, please tell Julia, becoming rich comes from really working harder than everybody else. I think yun ang and I think na my sons know that. My sons know kung gaano kasipag ang nanay nila. And it's funny because Nico asked this of me a few days ago. Sabi niya, didn't you grow up feeling that you're a kumangko? And I said, no. I actually was raised by my mom with this notion na don't ever expect an inheritance because you're really not sure you're going to get anything. So everything that you have should come from you. So the boys actually know that they do have trust funds and they know, Bim especially knows how much he's worth because it's under the law. It's mandated talaga that for you to get the TSWD permit to work, diba, there is a trust fund that is set up. But he's lucky because under the law, I think tama ba ako na 30% ang required na savings. Pero sa kanya 100%. And wala siyang tax na binayaran dahil inabsorb ng nanay niya lahat ng tax. So, I always tell him that, but you do know that you're going to be responsible for Kuya, for the rest of Kuya's life when Mom is no longer here. So, I think that what they're seeing actually is also based on authenticity. And I think the 15-year-old Julia appreciates that because of social media and because of how easy it is to have access, we're so used to people just telling the truth. And that wasn't the way it was when I started on TV. Parang, ang daming times kong na-call to the principal's office for saying too much. But now, yung parang sabi ko, okay na. And you can just be yourself. And I think, I have to emphasize yung tinatanong mo about drinking water, kung hindi umiinom yung nanay ng tubig, hindi masyado iinom yung anak. And in the same way na, I ate a lot of vegetables because my mom ate a lot of vegetables. So yung coffee for the rest of the day, even if I do endorse Nespresso, you're dehydrating yourself. You're allowed coffee 3 times a day. Pero dapat daw, for every cup of coffee that you drink, you have at least the same equivalent amount of water because you're actually taking a diuretic. Thank you. Ni-lecture kita, sorry.
Thank you. Okay, now for our last question. Sir?
Hi, you're such a cool mom. By the way, my name is Paul, and I'm a blogger, and my question is, pwede ba magpaampon? No, I'm kidding. But seriously.
No, I get that so often. And when you look at the feed, ang dami nagsasabi, pwede mo pagpaampon. And sabi ko, no.
No, but seriously, my question is, like, aside from that iconic moment when you had that
mini photo shoot while wearing a gown in your pool and chugging healthy family purified water. What other water activities do you enjoy doing most?
None.
Just drinking water?
Taking a bath.
Taking a bath?
That's my absolute treat sa sarili ko. You asked about my skin. Okay, ilan sa inyong may bathtub? Isa lang siya, dalawa lang sila. Look, it's really a good investment because, di ba, I love Japan. And then, mula nung na-expose ako about onsens and also, nagka-obsession talaga. So, what I do is, not every night, but when I'm really exhausted, I don't like massages eh. At most, nagpapahid-pahid ako ng mga essential oils and all, pero I'm a bruiser. Tinatago lang namin today, but pag pagod na ako because I'm slightly anemic, ang bilis ko talaga magka-bruise and I don't heal fast. So, I love taking baths. That's why I told them how much my water bill was, but they said I'm within the ano daw because sa dami naman ng tao, within the range. But yung a warm bath will really give you a good night's sleep. But what I do is, and my ate said, aren't you worried you're ruining your pipes? Sabi ko, may ganun ba ate? Kasi nilalagyan ko, alam niyo yung virgin coconut oil? So 2 bottles of that mixed in my bath. Oh my gosh. Weird na. Sa akin yung mga boss, na ano, baka weird itong girl na to. Okay. No, but sabi ko, never mind. I'm supporting Filipino farmers, coconut farmers, yung ano, and then, dun ko minimix ng essential oils because tinuro sa akin na ang essential oils need natural oils to be the carriers. So, it's the coconut oil, dalawa, and then I mix it with lavender, chamomile, ilang-ilang, and it starts with a C, clary sage. And then it really gives me a good night's rest. And I soak for 20 minutes. And then talagang, parang ano talaga, yung it really does wonders for your skin. So if you're asking kung, sorry kasi like the coach of the boys, because they have a swim coach who comes 3 times a week, said, then you better tell your mama, all the pictures she posted when she was doing her backstroke, it's wrong. Tapos sabi ko, then you better tell your coach who's paying him. Sabi ko, I think it's talent enough na kaya ko mag-float. Kasi zero athletic ability talaga. So parang sabi ko, dapat natuwa na siya na nakaka-float si mama. Okay na yun. And what you mentioned about chlorine earlier, our pool is actually, gumastos ako ng extra for the salt filtration system. Because my children, because maarte yung nanay, natakot na baka the chlorine could lead to skin asthma. Because may tendency sila talaga, and a high level of chlorine, diba, is bad for your hair and bad for skin asthma. And because, so, gumastos kami ng extra for that salt filtration. So, yung activities talaga that, you asked about, I cook with water because I make a lot of pasta. I drink a lot of water and I take baths. I'm sorry, I wish I could say that I like the beach. I don't. I only like it because my sons like it. Pero takot na takot ako because ayoko talaga ng open sea. Kasi parang feeling ko, sa dami ng napanood kong movies na may mga shark and all. Parang I really feel na I'll be, those weird accidents will happen to me. So, but I think it's more than enough na talagang I'm proof that water really gives you good skin. Kasi, not that you have bad skin your skin's nice. But it really helps. Yung talagang, kasi napupurify kaya nakikleanse ka. And especially, I just have one story na it's part of your realization about how important it is. I won't name the place kasi kawawa naman sila, but I had an event in a place and then hindi kami nakapagbaon ng tubig ko. So I drank their water, and it was hot water, and I drank dahil nga ang lakas ko mag-water, siguro I had 4 big mugs of their water. And then, the only other thing I ate there was salad. So, of course, that was also washed. I had really bad gastroenteritis after. As in, sobrang, yung up and down, more than 15 times each. And then, BP already went up to 160 over 120. And then, we have, one of the yayas is a nurse, actually. So, sinabi niya, ma'am, dali na kita, talaga kailangan ka na mag-ER kasi hindi na maganda to dahil baka ma-dehydrate ka na. But because I own food outlets, I said, you know how evil people will be. And they're going to say na food poisoning ako sa restaurants ko. Eh, hindi naman totoo. So sabi ko, no, I'm not going. So si Nico, whose mom is an oncologist and is my manager, at 11 p.m. at night, dahil nga talagang parang mahihimatay na ako, dumating na. And then my doctor who lives all the way in Ayala, Alabang, went all the way to the house and he arrived because sabi niya, for some strange reason, it was traffic. So, umabot siya sa Green Meadows ng mga 1:30 in the morning. At doon niya ako hinidrate. Dahil talaga matigas ang ulo ko. And sabi ko, no, because yung food poisoning or whatever happened will be blamed on me when it wasn't me and it wasn't any of my restaurants. So sabi ko, but doon ko na-realize the importance talaga of making sure your water is clean because the health risk of dehydration is so real. And then, super napagalitan ako ng sisters ko nung nalaman nila na hindi ako nagpa-ER. Because they said, do you know that by being dehydrated and allowing yourself to get dehydrated, not only are you risking your BP na pwede kang mag-stroke, but actually, you can die. Dehydration can actually kill you talaga. It's something, di ba, yung pag nagkakasakit ang mga bata, they always say talaga, hydrate them, dahil sa dengue especially, it's that, na ano na, and also dun sa, when a child has LVM or a child is throwing up and all, i-hospital mo kaagad because the hydration is just so important. So, doon ko na-realize, sabi ko, Nico, perfect, na makukwento na ako sa kanila doon sa experience ko na pag hindi malinis ang tubig na ininom mo, ang laking pwedeng mawala sa'yo. And it's really yun eh. You really need good health, especially if you're the sole provider for the family and there are 40 people who earn a living because of you. Because of that carelessness of not drinking water that we had brought for me cost me 4 days of pack-ups. And yung 4 days na pinack-up na yon, may bayad na ako dahil nagbayad na kami ng reservation fee for the equipment. So, may loss of income na ako for those days. Tapos, napaabono pa yung kumpanya ko kasi nga hindi ako nakapagtrabaho. So, sobra talagang importante na malinis yung tubig. And then when I asked them the cost, dun ako naatuwa. Because, am I right? It's 11 pesos?
For the small one, 11. The SRP for this is 11 pesos. For the SRP, because there are retailers also that sell it at a different price. For the 5 gallon, that's 50 pesos per gallon.
Pero ito kasi, di ba, yung ano, nag-check ako, yung mga branded na ano, although, it's your choice, di ba? But, yung iba kasi 15 eh, tapos may 18. So, oo, so, dito ko na sa 11.
Can I just add, my friend Anna, who's also a blogger, wants you to know that she took note of all your makeup recommendations now. So even though she can't afford everything yet. But anyway, congratulations to you.
No, she can afford because the lipstick I'm using right now costs 185 pesos.
But that's for Deacon endorsement pa.
Yeah. But please tell her na ano, I just mixed 2 colors of that brand. So 185 times 2 would be 370. Oh, so 370 pesos as opposed to dun sa mga pinakita ko na nasa 1,200 to 2,500.
I will let her know.
Please let her know na at ano, yun nga, at less than 400 pesos, ito na yung lipstick. And it's a perfect dupe for those imported ones that I showed. And you can buy the equivalent of, kung sa 1,200, itong 400, nakadalawa na ako, so, mga ilan yon na ano, no, I'm using 2 so 6. You can buy 6 of those lipsticks for 1 of those that I had shown there. So you can tell her na pwede talaga.
And sorry how
No, and I can tell,
different.
no, because they should love me. Because alam nung mga nag-attend dun sa launch na yon na there was a different bottle cap.
That is good.
Yes.
Doon. Tapos pinaalis ko talaga. Binulungan ko yung owner at sinabi ko, boss, iba yung tubig at meron akong lunch sa Monday. Pwedeng patanggal ito. So, sabi niya, of course. Tapos sabi niya, okay, now I know kung bakit kanila gusto talaga. Ano ka talaga, aware ka at may loyalty ka. And importante talaga yun. Yes, so please tell her that.
I will.